Shri Indra and Shri Dadhichi. Shri Dadhichi was the son of Shri Atharva. He used to scare away the Asuras by his terrible look. Once, when he had gone to heaven, the earth became infested with Asuras. Shri Indra set out to fight them. He tried to find out whether Shri Dadhichi had left behind anything to be used as a weapon. Dadhichi had with him a horse head. He was told. Shri Indra went in search of it and at last found it in a lake at a place called Saranya. It is with its bone that he killed the Asuras. Shri Rigveda, 1st Mandala, 13th Anuvaka, 84th Sukta. Shri Indra and Shri Dadhyan. Shri Indra taught Madhuvidya, the science of intoxicating drinks, to Shri Dadhyan. He was warned by Shri Indra that if he communicated that law to anyone else, his head would be cut off. Once, the Shri Ashwini Kumaras wanted to learn it. Since Shri Indra had denied Soma drinking to Shri Ashwini Devas, they were not on good terms with Shri Indra. So they approached Shri Dadhyan to acquire that knowledge. But he refused to teach them due to his fear that Shri Indra would cut off his head. So the Shri Ashwini Kumaras cut off Shri Dadhyan's head and fixed a horse's head in its place. With that horse head Shri Dadhyan taught the Shri Ashwini Kumaras Madhu Vidya. After they had learned the knowledge, they replaced his own head after removing the horse head. Shri Indra and Meghanada. Ravana conquered the world with the help of Shri Brahma's blessing. In his pride, he came into conflict with Shri Indra. After a fierce battle, Ravana's son, Meghanada defeated Shri Indra. He took Indra to Lanka as a prisoner. Ravana chained Shri Indra's hands and feet and tied him to his flagstaff. The Devas in distress approached Shri Brahma for help. Shri Brahma went to Lanka and secured the release of Shri Indra. After giving the title of Indrajit to Meghanada, Shri Brahma returned to Brahmaloka. Sometime before this, Shri Devendra had committed faithlessness with Shri Ahilya Mata, sage Shri Gautam's wife. At that time, Shri Gautam had uttered a curse on him, that he would have to spend a year in prison, chained by an enemy. His life in Ravana's prison in Lanka was in fulfillment of that curse. Shri Indra and Shri Hanuman. Shri Hanuman, the son of Shri Vayudeva, wind god, sprang up into the sky as soon as he was born, seeing the brilliant rising sun, and mistaking it to be some delicious food. He saw Rahu who was standing near the sun and made a leap towards him. When he came near, he saw Airavata, Shri Indra's elephant, standing in Devaloka. At once, he turned towards that elephant to swallow him. Seeing the struggle between Shri Hanuman and Airavata, Shri Indra used his weapon Vajra which cut Shri Hanuman's, jawbone, and he fell down unconscious on the earth. Shri Vayudeva, in deep sorrow, took the unconscious body of his son and went to Patala. When Shri Vayudeva left the world, the creatures of the world were unable to breathe. Then, the Devas led by Shri Brahma went to Patala, consoled Shri Vayudeva and revived Shri Hanuman. Since his, Hanu, was cut with Vajra, he was named, Hanuman, by Shri Indra. Besides, Shri Indra gave him a blessing that Shri Hanuman would die only when he wished. Shri Indra becomes a victim of old age. Once, the sage Shri Durvasa went to Devaloka. The goddesses gave him a grand reception at which Shri Menaka Devi presented him with a garland made of fragrant flowers. The sage gave it to Shri Devendra, Shri Indra. Shri Indra placed it on Airavata's tusk. The fragrance of the garland attracted a large number of bees to it. They swarmed round the head of the elephant and annoyed it. Airavata picked up the garland, trampled it under his foot, pulled it to pieces and threw it away. Shri Durvasa Maharishi took this as an insult to himself and pronounced a curse that all the gods would be subjected to wrinkles and grey hair of old age. Shri Indra and the other gods fell victims to old age. Shri Indra requested Shri Durvasa to release him from his curse. The sage relented and told him that if the Devas drank Amrita obtained by churning the ocean of milk, Kashira Sagara, fifth from the center of the 7 oceans, it surrounds the Dwipa island, known as Kranha, they would recover their youth. Accordingly, the ocean of milk was churned by the joint effort of the Devas and Asuras, and in the end the Devas snatched it away. When the Devas drank Amrita, the symptoms of old age disappeared and they recovered their youth. Sri Indra and Dandakaranya, Danda the son of Sri Ikshvaku, a king of the Surya dynasty, ruled over the territory between the Vindhya and the Himalayas. Once, when he was out hunting in the neighborhood of the mountains, he saw a charming woman. She was Ara, the daughter of the sage Sri Shukra, the preceptor of Asuras. The king was fascinated by her beauty and fell desperately in love with her at the very first sight. He seized her by force. When Sri Shukra knew about this, he was furious and uttered a curse that Sri Indra should shower a rain of fire on Danda's kingdom. Thus, the whole country of Danda was destroyed by Sri Indra's rain of fire. In course of time, that region was turned into a dense forest and came to be called Dandakaranya. At the time of Sri Indra's birth, somehow, his mother, Sri Aditi Mata, felt that he was incapable of being killed. So, she decided to abandon him. Fearing trouble for herself, she asked the child to leave her and go to some other place. Sri Indra refused to do so and followed her to the house of Tavesta. There, he drank the juice of the Soma plant and gained strength to kill his enemies. But unaware of this, his mother tried to keep him concealed. Sri Indra, however, came out of the place in his dazzling attire and encountered the enemies. Vyartara, who met Sri Indra, got ready for a fight. In the fight, Vyamsha struck down Sri Indra. The Devas fled in fear. Sri Indra, who was left alone, called upon Sri Vishnu and sought his aid. Although Sri Indra needed help in his fight with Vyartara, he was the chief support to the Aryans in their fight against the Dasyu. It was Sri Indra's Vajra which broke up the fortresses of many Dasyu kings. That was why he got the name Purandara. Once, Sri Indra dried up the whole river to enable his army to cross it for the sake of Sudas. When Sushravas became helpless, Sri Indra destroyed 20 kings and 60,099 soldiers with his chariot wheel. Thus, we see Sri Indra in the Rigveda as the destroyer of the Dasyu and the protector of Aryans. Sri Indra and Mahasani, once Mahasani, the son of Hiranya, defeated the Devas in a battle and took Sri Indra and Sri Indrani Mata to Patala as captives. The Devas, who knew that Mahasani was a relative of Sri Varuna, sought the help of Sri Varuna. At the instance of Sri Varuna, Sri Indra was released. The revengeful Sri Indra prayed to Sri Shiva. Sri Shiva appeared and asked Sri Indra to submit his complaint to Sri Vishnu. Sri Indra offered his prayers to Sri Vishnu. As a result of it, a man who had the elements of Sri Shiva and Sri Vishnu in him, took his birth from the water of the Sri Ganga Mata. He killed Mahasani. Brahmana Purana.